to Shiver City. And we got Bobby. So the easiest way and the quickest way to get where we want to go is we just go in. Oh, hold on. That's Poshly Pipes. I'm not going in that one. Is to go through Twilight City. Or Twilight Town, actually. And go in through the pipe. And then go over here and return. So we're like, did you see Mario? No, he was a blur. I saw him for a minute, but he was a blur. That's what it was, too, right? He was just a blur. Okay, anything? I feel like we're still missing a lot of the stars or the star shines. Well, we'll see. So here we explored, we learned a secret about that jumping up on the pipe. So Shiver City straight ahead, right? And to cement it, let's go ahead and save. And we'll go to this wintry world. Well, we jumped again. We'll go to this wintry world where it's kind of cold and Mario still is, you know, wearing his... Is that just the only thing? All right, that was 1 coin for that tree. Even if we did find something, though, our inventory is pretty full, so perhaps we don't want to find it. Maybe, I don't know. And is this going to be the same old thing? You know, is this going to be the typical... No! How did that cloud get to us? How did that cloud get to us, huh? Ugh. When we continue not to do the right things. Oh, man. Well, he got at least 2 points there when he should have gotten 3. I guess our defense is going to go up because, like, you suck. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, Mario. All right. Well, only 1 point. Okay, that one's gearing up for the big whatever, right? The big whatever is going to happen there. I'm no doubt about it. And I don't think we can jump on it, right, when it's in this form. So maybe the best thing to do is just get rid of this thing. Wow, we're still going strong. And guess what? We're gonna need to swap. And I think the best thing to do, probably at this at this moment, is to do a gale force. And try to blow the crowd away. We blew that one away, but this one's gonna get an attack. Or not. I'm gonna try to jump on it and see what happens if Mario jumps on it. Oh, so that's what happens. So that's okay because we're going to use Gale Force again and we're gonna blow the thing away. Hey Winkers, welcome in. Nice. Goodbye. So we are almost leveled up, but what we should have done, what we could have done, is had Goombella ready for the... Let's see. There's a shine sprite. I can see it. There we go. So the shine sprites are, you know, really obvious. And it's obvious also that that probably Flurry is going to be the best in this area. We can, you know, jump on it. No, I don't think we got so much for the first attack thing too. I thought we were getting the first attack. So obviously what we want to do right away is we want to tattle on these clouds, these ice puffs. That's an ice puff. It's a mean snow cloud that appears in cold areas. Max HP is 9, attack is 4, and defense is 0. It swoops down, uses cold breath to attack. Trust me, it's not refreshing. That cold breath can freeze us, so try to avoid it. Also, we touch it when it's storing cold energy, we will get hurt. Isn't that super weak? And it gets worse. It'll absorb any ice attacks we throw at it. So if we use ice attacks... Okay, you gotta lurk, but I'm leaving a tab open for you, fam. Thank you, Mike Cade, for lurking, and thank you for leaving a tab open. It'll absorb any ice attacks we throw at it. They're vulnerable to fire, so let's try that, maybe. Yeah, so that was my other thought. With, so perhaps we'll switch and we'll do Vivian. Because Vivian, look at, they've got 9. So we know we're not even going to, oops. Oh, I see. Vivian didn't even get her turn. Mario, where Vivian was supposed to get her turn, Mario is now on. What if we tried to do Quake? Okay, so Quake Hammer's not going to work. We don't want to use Ice Smash. Let's try... I don't know. Let's try a Head Rattle and just see if we can confuse it at least. But thank you, Mike Cade, for the lurk. Okay. Guarded. Not guarded. A little delayed on the draw, didn't quite get it, but we will get it with this one with the normal hammer. I wonder if we should have left it alone. Okay, well, we didn't really guard him very well. So Vivian... If I could spring jump. There we go. So that was good, right? And then let's do Shade Fist. Hope for the best. Maybe it's a B. It's a Y. Oh, well, that's still got 4. Is he going to power up? No, he's going to smack Vivian. Would like to be making those jumps lately. I haven't not been making them. X, maybe? Or Y. So we just have to work our way towards Shiver City, but we're going to level up. So once again, now we're getting to a point where we want to consider whether or not we're going to add more badge points, or are we going to add some HP? I feel like the area is getting stronger and we need to either get HP or FP up. We are using quite a bit of moves. So I think we're going to probably do FP this time. Because that's FP that we can use. And we're back to normal. I mean, we've got everything. So on this next one, we've got a similar situation where we'd want to switch to Gumbella and pull out our... Shoot. It sniped me, but it didn't. I don't know what the deal is with the first attack, to tell you the truth. So right off the bat, we're going to have Gumbella be in the front. She's going to tattle. She's not going to be able to multi-bonk or anything like that. But she'll tattle and she'll tell what it is. That's a Frost Piranha. It's cool customer with strong ice powers. HP is 10, attack is 5, and defense is 0. So it's 10. It's frozen breath attack and freeze us. So let's try to immobilize it first. Hey kitty, welcome in. It's weak against fire attacks too, so use them as well. Yeah, we're going to. That said, don't even think about using ice attacks. It'll absorb those. Lurking while I clean up the baby's play space. Well, thank you for lurking. I appreciate all the support. Thank you. And hopefully everything's okay with you. And tonight is your night off for Dungeons. Tonight is your night off for Dungeons and Dragons, so that means you go and tonight's Muck's night for babysitting or watching your child, not babysitting, but watching your child, and you go off to Dungeons and Dragons. And if so, pretty cool. Enjoy yourself. All right. I thought about doing something. It's just an online campaign, but it's still something that's gonna... Hi, Turtles. Welcome in. Hi, my sister from another mister. How you doing, Turtles? How's everything going for you? How is it in your part of the world? And, of course, it's good to have you here. Thank you. I feel like we could do some damage. So I'll go help with brushing his teeth, but it's nice. Yeah, you get a chance to have some time to yourself, right? And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing. And Mux has a job interview tomorrow. Well, best of wishes to Mux. Hopefully the job interview will work out well. Man, you know, did the backdrop drop at least? Okay, we gotta guard it. Well, we were able to avoid that, but we're getting Gumbella out of there anyway because we want to have Vivian. I think Vivian will be our best as far as because they're all about the fire. So we're gonna Shade Fist. This could be brutal, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, if we get the Fiery Jinx though, and we get the fire going on him, but it's like 6, right? So it's like, okay, Fiery Jinx, let's make it happen. A, B, X. Well, we did Y. But at least we got it going for 3. So for next 3 turns, regardless of what these schmoes do, we will, and I don't have a fire hammer. I could have gotten one, but I don't have one, and I don't have a fire flower, so we're just going to have to suffer. We'll try the super hammer though and see if we can knock it into next week. It didn't really work very well. Didn't guard. Those are really hard to guard. Yeah, so they're losing quickly. They're losing their health. And the one has only got 1 left. Mario could definitely take that one out. So let's Shade Fist on this one right here. And beat. I got him for 4. But I appreciate anybody coming in and saying hi. It's always just so nice. So there you go. There you have it, folks. It wasn't death, right? You know, it was what it was. I think it was wise to do more FP in this regard. Oh, and there's a star piece right there. I don't think we even used and we're not going to need to find another one. And so maybe we're beyond the way to Shiver City. Who knows? Or maybe we'll have more to worry about here. And these clouds will be a problem. Clouds are causing problems, Cloud. I struck first. Let me see if I can get a jump in there. Oh, nice. All right. Double jumping. Double humping. All right. So the problem I can foresee is that I cannot hammer. Oh, I can hammer throw. I'm going to hammer throw this one in the back. At least get some damage on it, because I know Vivian is going to take out this one right here, right now. No matter what we do. Even more so that he's going to attack Mario. Okay, so this is where it's not working out in our favor to have those things doing what they're doing. Six is great. All right, Vivian. Bingo. No bingo. Bingo, no bingo. Okay, that happens all the time. I get no bingo, but I do set the piranha plants on fire. You know, there's something great about setting those damn evil piranha plants on fire, right? Now, speaking of piranha plants, oh, you almost got us. Guess what? No, he did almost get us. It caught us. Dang, and I was trying to do that. Okay, fine. Hey, it's just this one all over again. That one's gonna freeze us if we are not careful. It's one half dozen of another, you know. They're gonna freeze us one way or the other. Oh, I only got 2. So Vivian cannot do a whole lot. She can do a fiery jinx. Probably, if we do it right. If we did it right. All right, let's try Y, A, Y, Y. Nice, we got for 4 burns. So even if we get like frozen here, they are lucky. They are gonna burn. We're gonna burn. We can't. Yep, so frozen. But they're also burning. So one might even be gone by the time. Lucky. Not so lucky. Oh, Vivian. But that's okay. You're gone. He's gone. He's gone. She's gone. All right. Normal hammer on this guy. And then Vivian is going to do her Shade Fist attack. And B. And they'll be gone. So that's how that one worked. But I'm forced to make a hard choice for your daughter. What do you mean, Turtles? Sorry, I was. What is the hard choice? Turtles from our neighbor down south.
Yeah.
And what kind of choice are you having to make, Turtles? And I'm sorry, I just get so caught up in this that
Kitty, there.
Good luck, kitties, with Mux. It says it's more related with an actual career prospect rather than this retail stuff for now.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Yeah, we're going to have to go in our gear and drop some maple syrup in our lap. And also a super mushroom for Vivian to keep Vivian alive. So what kind of choice are you going to be making, Turtles? Sorry, I missed your daughter's 22, is mentally unstable in the way she becomes violent. She lies, she hits herself, and says others did it. She's been arrested twice. So what kind of choice are we talking about here? I can relate to you because I have a special needs daughter. She lives at home with us. We are caring for her for the rest of her life. She's never going to have relationships. She's not going to have children. She'll never have a driver's license. There's just a bunch of never going to have. But what we do give her is a very busy, fulfilling life that involves like a special needs day program and stuff like that. And we have seen that other side of her, the one you just mentioned. And sometimes, God love us parents, but sometimes we have to step in and make some hard hitting choices. When she was 13, I was told by the doctor, not like I didn't decide this, but I was told by the doctors that she would be best served to be in an institution and we should put her there, and it just was the best choice for her. So from then until she turned 21, and when she turned 21, she aged out of the program, and we no longer had the funding, and she became officially an adult. So they basically, when they aged her out of the program, they kicked her out of not like kicked out negatively, but just kicked her out of the facility, the group home she was in. She had worked her way from residential care to a group home to an independent group home, but unfortunately they wanted $65,000 a year for her to stay there, and we couldn't do it. Fortunately, my daughter has not been arrested, but we have had many fault setbacks and stuff like that. She insists on being with the guy who promises things like Lamborghinis and refuses to accept my guidance of others. I fortunately can't force her to move to Minnesota where she'd get better help. So yeah, it's decided it's time for the bird to leave the nest and learn that choices have consequences. And I understand that completely. It sounds like the other side of the coin, the one where she could manage on her own if given if she has independent skills and stuff, and if the boyfriend is the bad influence, then things are just never going to get they're just not going to get better for you. And when you think about it, Turtles, now here I am like this pot calling the kettle black, but if you think about it, you are getting up in age, just like me, and it's sometimes you've got to think about yourself and put yourself first. And sometimes the school of hard knocks is the one that makes some people wake up, and sometimes the school of hard knocks is the one that folds. But at the end of the day, it's like you said, you have to decide whether the bird should leave the nest and face life's consequences. And that choices that end up, and it's a hard thing to do. Oh my God. Being a parent and watching your child, it is not in our nature to have, it's not in a mother's nurturing nature to let our child flail or to fall. It is inbred in most mothers. There are a few exceptions. There are a few fathers who are more motherly. There are a few fathers who are not. Mothers who are motherly. Mothers who are not. But in most, it still hurts, and it's still. I understand that it's a dilemma. It's kind of like the bank of mom. For me, it's the bank of mom. Whenever they need me, the bank of mom is open, you know, and it's been tapped into quite a few times, you know, and it's like, you know, when do you say enough is enough is enough? You know, when do you get to that point? If the guy that she is with is not good for her, if the situation she is in is not good enough, if they're not doing anything about their life and they're not finding a job and they're not, you know, they're not trying to be functional. Let's see. Thing is, she chooses not to do anything about her life. She's a very smart girl when she is in reality. This boy she just met a month ago, she's already claiming him as her husband. He's the same way. He lives in the fantasy world. That's a recipe for disaster, isn't it? And what's the outcome of that, you know? It's going to be, unfortunately, something bad, you know? Family can be the hardest to say I'm done with in general. I can't even imagine if I ever have to do that with our boy, though it'll be a long while before I have to worry about that. I did do it with my youngest sister, though. Tired of always giving and never getting, especially when she's frequently making the same potential mistakes. Kitty's words are never been truer. One-time mistake is a mistake. 2 times mistake is the freebie. The 3rd time mistake is a pattern. And I, you know, it's hard to step away and just say sink or swim. And I know that's what my mom did with me, you know, that she basically, you know, she just like, Melissa needs to sink or swim, and I'm not going to catch her when she falls, you know. And for some of us parents, that's really hard to do. And Kitty, hopefully you'll never experience that with your, gosh dang it, I tried to get it. But if you consider that they're continuing to make the same exact mistakes and they're not learning from them and stuff, then honestly, who are you helping? And I told I think I had a conversation with a daughter about a friend, and I said to her that she was enabling the person to continue the same behaviors. If you don't step away, and some people call it hard parenting or cruel parenting, you know. My heart is broken. I want my daughter not to suffer as I did. Right. And I know you went through a lot to get where you are, Turtles. I know that. All of Los Monos Police Department knows my daughter as the girl who is mentally ill. That's really sad. I'm sorry. New Mexico does not have much resources. They do not. That's why people cross the line and come over to my neighborhood, because they don't have the New Mexico in general is a very poor state, and they don't have the resources, right? So, boy, do I get that. I feel like we're going to, if we don't do something massive here, we are going to have problems. So I'm going to do something massive. I don't know if it's going to pan out or not. Oh, God, what am I doing? I'm trying to do something massive. Massive means like making it to the net. There. Okay, well, that's better than it was. I don't know how we are a poor state. We pay the same taxes as New York. Okay, starting up. We'll be muting the stream. We'll leave up a lurk. Thank you, Kitty, for leaving a lurk. And enjoy your night, okay? All right, so the obvious thing is Fiery Jinx. I'm just hoping we get a little close to this town pretty soon, because we could be running out of resources. Not. Okay, they all went out there. Well, I think they're a poor state because they don't have the resources for dealing with people with mental health.
I thought we were done with this. Oh, wait, it never ends.
It never ends. You got that right, Tooch. It never ends. It does end. And in fact, we are probably like halfway now. But it never ends. Kitty, have a good night. Enjoy Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, we are finally where we need to be. Well, our gov is here as the issue. We voted in morons. Yeah, exactly. All right, be right back, though. Thanks, the hall works out without too much heartache. Yeah. We've all known each other for the last 6 years, so indeed. Okay, so we're in Shiver City. And, Tooch, what are you playing? This is Babam Village, da Bluey. As you can guess from my kablammy reserved demeanor, many Babams only open up to other Babams. I like to say Babams. It's like one of my favorite words. Let's take out Bobbery. In that case, let's put out Bombery. Welcome to Far Outpost. Whoa, that's quite a good lip warmer you got there. You have got. Now I'll give you my special mustache viewing personality analysis. Yes? Yes, 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 I've got it now.
I didn't know there was an orgy ongoing, and I wasn't invited. Rude.
Rude. I've got it now. Your bushy broom means that you are stubborn and selfish man because you didn't take the time to shave, right? 6 years, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The magic number is 6. Yeah, I wonder what you're playing because it just showed you up on my screen as playing. So I'm thinking you're playing something, Chooch, or you're getting ready to. That you are a stubborn and selfish man. Oh my goodness. How did I know? I have certain experiences with mustaches like that, you see. Okay. That wasn't very nice. So having a bushy mustache, zup bosses. Hey, AC White Raven, welcome in. How are you feeling, buddy? Feeling pretty good, tell you the truth. Made it to the Shiver City, which is it's not the last star, but we're getting a lot closer to that. So what's up with actually feeling good today? Did you make it into town, do shopping? That was one of the things you said you were thinking about trying to do this week. Hello to you, traveler. Is this the first time in Far Outpost for you, Kabam? There's not much here, but enjoy, stay, kaboom. Not yet, you're going in tomorrow instead. Gotcha. You're going tomorrow instead. Gotcha. And then, Turtles, you almost had to determine what is cutting the loose mean. What does that mean for you? Going to go get some cookies. What kind of cookies, AC White Raven? What are we talking about here? You know, cookies and snacks are my favorite things to discuss, besides cats and doggies. Pets in general, actually. My daughter got to hold a tarantula. Now, hold the ew, because I thought so too. But they have a gentle, non-toxic. Oh, you know what? It wouldn't be that. It'd be poisonous, right? So, poisonous tarantula, not, right? No poison in it. Or is it? I don't know. I don't want to even know. All right. I don't like spiders. I don't care for tarantulas. But my daughter got to hold one in her program, and she was very happy to do so. So good luck with that. Not me. All right. But I do and enjoy Belgian chocolate, and you are talking my language when you discuss the words chocolate. When you say chocolate, my attention span goes up about 100-fold. I had a stroke. Oh, Turtles. You had a stroke 3 weeks ago. Gladly it was mild, so I can't handle my daughter. What I mean is she will no longer be able to run to mommy when she's in trouble. I am no longer a safety net. Hurt, but she chose to walk the path of life the hard way. And it's also probably just for your own mental self-preservation. How are you doing? Like you said, you had a stroke. Luckily, it was mild. But how are you doing now? I make a big snow to Bob today. Maybe I'm the biggest him someday. Pow, powie. But I do not want the melting to happen to me. Pow, poom. All right, is there some reason why things are melting? Snowman, igloo, snow fight, yes, all good. But snow gets boring sometimes. Chaboom! Okay, I get the feeling that these bombs have nothing fun or interesting to say. If I remember right, it was also like 30 or something like that to even spend the night at the inn. Make mind and body better. Oh, it's only 15 coins. It's the Poshley Heights that's the 30 then, obviously. Nope, I'm leaving. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay for 15. I need my juice back. The only way to get your juices back is to sleep and take a nighty night. So have a good sleep. Nighty night. So, all kidding aside, Turtles, how are you feeling? What was the cause of the stroke? Did you get a good night's sleep? Please enjoy the meal made by Chef Zesty. Boy, they're all over the place, aren't they? Featuring local ingredients if you hunger. Take care and see you again. Okay, I want... Space food. Space food replenishes 5 HP. It sounds like a lot of challenges, and I'm sorry to hear that, my friends. I know. I know challenges are just not easy. I also know that our children don't make it any easier. Okay, so we got an omelet meal, we got a super mushroom. We got 3 Thunder Rages. But I'm saving it. Just feel stressed. I wish that sometimes I could take a vacation mentally, but running isn't the answer. Yeah, did you curtail your plans to move to Australia? Your back is getting worse. Last night, AC White Raven, you better get to the doctor. You better get to the doctor because you're not helping yourself. You're going to need to see what needs to be done. I had a friend, and he had the S curve in his spine. And I can't remember the term for when the disc slips in there, but he had like his back go systemic. Does that sound like the right word? And had to have a bunch of surgery. But you have to wait until the 1st of July. Yeah. You need a doctor to have them do a CT scan of your spine so you can find out what you can do with your spine. Do they provide medical care there automatically at the UK? Is it like Canada that you have medical insurance and anybody can go to the doctor if needed? X-rays are okay, but the CT scan sees most. Yeah, I agree. And like I said, this person ended up having to do like a spinal tap and speaking of which, my best buddy, his wife has like spikes in the spine so that they could correct the problem. I don't know if it worked or not. I'd have to. Turtles has scoliosis, so she knows more about, like, the sooner you get in my opinion, and get some real curing going on, AC White Raven, the better you're going to feel about yourself. And also, the better your body is going to heal. Or maybe it's surgery time and it's too late. But that's why I asked, because I do not know. I do not know if the UK, I'm not doing ICE, I do not know if the UK has free medical care. I'm thinking yes, but I don't know for a fact. I would hate to think you need surgery too, but I have seen more times than not that someone who's had back pain to the point where they cannot walk or they cannot stand straight. I've got my daughter. She came out of the hospital after 2 months of being in bed, and she's like permanently stooped, and we're constantly like trying to get her to like pull herself back up. Because what happens when you get used to doing that, you're that like this eventually when you walk. And who wants to walk like that? My other daughter just moved into a place where they have a basement down in the bottom, and it's like one of those ground foundation basements, so there's not much height. So when you stand, you don't stand in her basement. You literally are bent over walking around. And this guy, actually, the previous tenant, actually like would have people come visit. He'd stay down there in the basement, and he was a tall guy, so he's like walking like practically bent over like this to walk and be in there. It's just, I agree with Turtles. You can't screw around with your back, and the time is short. It's a thing with spine. It's very sensitive things. If you need surgery, you should do it. But make sure the doctor and the surgeon have experience. I did not know that. It was a UK surgeon who did the world's first gender strand forming surgery. It was also illegal at the time. I did not know that. Is it legal now? I'm really debating. I want to have money. So I'm going to try to like not spend more money than I need. And in fact, I don't know why I'm spending money on, like, because in my inventory here, I should have a mushroom. I have at least a regular mushroom. I have a whack-a-bump. I have several ultra mushrooms. So, I mean, just a 5 mushroom, feel-good mushroom, I've got it. But I was not aware of that, Turtles, at all. I just know that when it's your back related or if it's your legs, then time is of the essence to make sure that you get seen, especially if you're like Perfillin and you have diabetes of some sort. I think, Turtles, do you have diabetes as well? That you don't want to wait for when it can't get fixed. Yeah, I thought so. I thought you were the one that had diabetes. Yeah. So you don't want to wait anything with your legs, your back, because the alternative is worse. And I've had a friend who lost his leg because he had diabetes and didn't take care of it. So
Terry's.
Terry's husband. Yeah. He's like, yes, Mom. But what can he do? He has to wait until July 1st. So that's 2 weeks from now. I'm not sure. I'm a big history nerd, and it happens to be a lot of documentaries I stumble on and surrounded around the UK, and not just the royalty, but common folks in history. So, yeah. Yes, another peaceful day in the Far Outpost. It is so peaceful, Waboom. Far Outpost is a nice, restful place, Wa Plume. I have feet issues and they can't be fixed because I waited. Now it's a race to keep my feet from getting worse. Yeah. Like I said, once he got diagnosed, his diagnoses and the damage that was already so escalated that because he didn't watch his diet, he didn't exercise enough, and he ended up becoming paraplegic. He needed one of those artificial legs, foot combo, and so the rest of his life and then eventually his kidneys gave out, and then he was on dialysis and all that stuff. So it's my point is, when you know that something is going on and wrong with your body, you should not ignore it. You should not just say, oh, it's just the cold, it's going to go away. If it continues, it's not just the cold. If it can, I'm not feeling too well. I keep saying I'm not feeling well. Some of it's stress. We'll give it. Stress is the biggest kick in the ass for most people, and it only gets more escalated, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. More it gets escalated, the more it gets worse, right? I know that people come in my chat to talk and jick and joke and all that stuff, and I get that. But there's some really serious issues that are happening with all my friends who come in this community. And I really feel for all of you because those challenges just make life really hard. You're the heroes. You're the ones who continue, keep going and keep pushing and keep doing it. The thing is, doctors often make people stress, especially if they've had bad experiences. I agree. Makes you very hesitant, doesn't it? I was really fortunate when the doctor removed my thyroid that she had been extremely well recommended. She had a very good track record, and we were very confident that she would get the job done, and she did. But there are some flim-flam doctors, and I just don't understand how a doctor, knowing that AC White Raven is barely able to walk, could not shift around their shit for their schedule and get him in there. I just don't get it. There's things like I wonder, do you have to be almost dying and bleeding on the emergency or probably the emergency room floor before somebody gets in to get seen for whatever they need to get seen for? And so, that's, to me, that's intangible. It doesn't make any sense. It's just not fair. So he really needs to get in. Looking at the night sky makes me feel a vastness of space. Lots of space. Ba-boom. Okay. So anyway, we'll go back to happy-go-lucky, but happy-go-lucky is kind of overrated, guys. I want to blow up. Yes, I want to blow up. I want to blow up in the big canyon. Saboom. It's interesting that in the UK, the operating room table was called the theater. Yes, it is. It's an operating theater, right? I've seen 3 doctors, and they all say to do physiotherapy exercises, which are pointless. Has anybody given you any damn medicine for pain? Has anybody done a CT scan? We're not doctors here. But it does seem, if things aren't getting any better, the operator's theater instead of the operating room. The reason I know that is because Hysteria. Did you ever see that movie, Turtles, called Hysteria? And I believe they referred to it as an operating theater in there. But back in the old days, women who had mental issues, they labeled it hysteria. And it was like if they had menopause, or if they had like mental issues that were off, or if they had physical things going wrong with their body and the doctors could not identify what it was, then they called that hysteria. And quite often they would lock that person up. So women were often afraid to go to the doctor for the fear that they would get locked into a mental asylum for having hysteria. AC White Raven, that sounds wrong. Where I live, they sent me to a pain and spine clinic that specializes in spinal issues. Exactly. Yeah, and ain't no Shakespeare. Yeah, it ain't no theater, right? And it's kind of scary, isn't it? And that might be part of it too, right, AC? That the fear of the unknown is better than dealing with the problem. Really, back in the day, they paid $50 to turn in the mentally ill. I know this one person that literally did blood, like gave his blood just to survive and put gas in the tank. So I'm not surprised if you could get somebody to, if you could actually find somebody and take them in to turn, nowadays you can't even have adults cannot be put in a mental institution unless they sign in themselves, or there's a judge or a court order ordering them into that institution. You cannot do it. It is illegal It is against the rights. Now, children of a parent, a parent who has a child that is having issues, the parent can sign them in. But even as a guardian, which I have full and complete guardianship, I am not allowed to put her in a mental institution against her will as an adult. Roswell Hospital in Buffalo, New York was burdened down after women were sent home as vegetables after shock treatment. They weren't messing around back then because they didn't have a good answer. They did not have the decent medications they have now. They had basically lobotomies and shock treatments. And that's awful, right? And that happened all over. Like all these different mental asylums had quite often were misdiagnosed. Women were or men, patients, let's say the word patients, were misdiagnosed, given bad treatments because nobody wanted to deal with them. Kids who were born who were mentally challenged or were cognitive disabilities, or maybe were nonverbal, were always institutionalized. You did not try to raise them on your own. You did not take that on. And even now, with with my daughter, we were encouraged because it's a 24/7 job and they take a lot out of you, right? So, people were just encouraged. It's amazing what awareness and internet and movies teach you and what you've learned, what hopefully we've learned to be better. And I don't blame a parent if you cannot keep your mentally challenged child. I don't. And I don't blame people for being hesitant and not wanting to spend the money, the fear of the care. All of that stuff makes all the difference in the world. But then, as Turtles mentioned, if you don't deal with it, it's going to only get worse. And that's another fact, right? If you don't deal with it, it's just going to get worse. Okay, so why can't I just lay in this bed? Why did I have to pay for someone? Star piece. I like the star piece. So I want, I want to have a welcoming committee welcoming community where people know that if they want to talk real, they can talk here. It doesn't have to be all shit, piss, and fart jokes. But I do understand that, people are like, damn, I got enough problems in my life. Do I have to listen to this? Well, maybe you should. AC, as soon as you can, and if it gets anything worse, there has to be an urgent care or a emergency room environment that you could go to. And I really hope, that you will know the difference and go if you need to. Because as long as I've known you, and now it's going on 6 years, that I know that you've had some problems with your legs. And there's certainly no judgment. It's mostly a concern. All right, he's going to give me the mustache thing again, and I don't know. I don't care. That's not what I'm here for. I'm trying to find out where the crystal star is. And I think this snow is rare for you, Babak, in far outposts. It falls all year round, Babang. Yeah. I'm so sorry for you because I know how horrible it must be to live in pain. Hey, Whitney. Winkers. Sorry, Winkers. I like watching it shine in the glow of the sunset, Bob Boomer. Okay, there's got to be someone here. Hello to you, traveler. Is this your first time in Far Outpost for you, Kaboom? There's not much to do here. There's not much here, but enjoy stay, Kaboom. Okay, so why are we here? Why are we here? Well, for your sake, and I hope that they give you some answers. I hope that they start treating it a little bit more seriously. There's a reason why your back's hurting. There's a reason why your legs are hurting. It's their responsibility to find it, not just send you off to physiotherapy. Did I forget to do something? I think this guy's different. Yes, another peaceful day in the Far Outpost. But that guy's different. Is this guy different? It's so peaceful, Wabloom. Far Outpost is a nice, restful place, Waploom. Looking at the nice... Yes, and see, we've already seen this. I'm going back to Elden Ring, but not for the DLC. I'm so much on the fence, AC White Raven, about the DLC and whether or not I want to blow up. Yes, okay, all right, blow up then. I thought if I had the bomb guy, this would all make sense, but nothing's making any sense. Okay, maybe it's just like looking at the cannon and pressing the cannon and go and check or something. You gotta beat that tutorial boss and kick his ass. Yeah, I don't think I could even do the DLC because I didn't get very far. I barely made it to whatever it was, to the Red Death area. And I only wanted to ever play it with Tooch or someone else, you know, like B or you. I played it with B, you, and Tooch. And I was kind of sitting there thinking that, you know, maybe it would just be better to watch Mike. Like how Mike gets his ass kicked in Contra. Yeah, like how trying to kick the tutorial boss's ass is like how Mike gets his ass kicked in Contra. Except it would be the other way around. It would be me getting the ass kick. Me getting the ass beating, not the boss. And you know what, the boss, I think for that first tutorial boss in Elden Ring, it really was Tooch mostly who I kind of hit underneath the legs. My intention with Elden Ring was never to play on my own, and I tried, and boy, it was awful. It was brutal, I ain't gonna lie. Is this something here? So what am I supposed to do? Okay, hold on. Let's do this. I wouldn't be surprised if the professor's done by now. Let's speak with it. Oh, we went to Shiver City, and the professor is. So we'll have to go through all that over again. How brutal is that, huh? There's no fast way to get to Shiver City from here. Nice star piece. Missed that. Let's run past. No. Stop nickel and diming me to death, you lefts. All right, Bobbery, you're up. Well, we got two of them that will definitely get hurt. I really don't feel like messing with him, but I don't think I've got a choice here that this is going to work well. So I'm wondering if I can just super hammer on it at least. So everybody takes some damage, but nobody gets like all damage. You know, it could be anything, though, really, AC, because Mike often gets his ass beat. Okay, we had the guard. Okay. So Bobbery might be out of the running here very, very soon. And I think we're going to need to switch over to Vivian. If Bobbery goes away, does the bomb stay? We haven't been able to do much with Alex either. Okay, so the bombs will stay, and Vivian gets an attack. So we're going to try for Fiery Jinx, I guess. We need to have them A, X, X, 2, 3. All three, everyone got hit for 3, which is fine because those bombs are going to go off sometime here in the next future. So I guess we can... continue to work him down a little bit by... Now we got that guy gone. Vivian's frozen. She could be dead. Oh yeah, she's near dead, isn't she? But so are they. And there you go. There you go, right? This is enough to do the job right here. So we got all but that guy. And of course... Oh, Vivian's gone. Okay. And so is this thing nearly gone. So let's go up and do a normal hammer. So Vivian gets 1 health. Why? Okay, well. All right, we cannot have Vivian. Maybe we should switch to Coops. It was good to have the fire, though. But now we've got Vivian and Bobbery hurt. shit. Should have done something. So my thought was we could keep hammering this thing, or we can just run away. Because Mario, we've only got a few hits, even with Koops, because Koops doesn't got the kind of leveling up everyone else has. You know, we can really wear him down, though, with a little bit of Thunder Rage. That'll take him down by 5. And honestly, well, Power Shell is not going to do it. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to work. Okay, Mario guarded. Guarded again. Tooch. Yeah, Tooch. Why would I ever call Koops Tooch, huh? Damn, so that didn't work out. What you want, Nil? I know I called you Tooch. I was talking about Koops, the turtle, and accidentally called him Tooch. I'm like, why would I ever call, like, Koops Tooch? Alright, we got him gone. It'd be great, though, if the game would give me some more FP or H, you know, like yummy stuff for my guys. So you see, Koops is okay. This is a tasty tonic you at nothing. There's the omelet meal, which is 5 HP and 5 FP. Does Mario need HP? I mean, he could do with 5, and he could definitely get 5 more FP. I think we'll have to use that. We are really just sitting in a really bad spot. If we can avoid the clouds. Clouds, no clouds. So, Tooch, I didn't want anything by just accidentally calling. Damn, you can't get away from them, and I should have had my thing out ready to go. Lies! Well, I want to win the game. So, Tooch, like, don't, you know, you only got one more day to bother me, Mel, and then we gotta... I won't be around for your needy ass. Right? I might have to do Sweet Treat. That's not true. Aren't you gonna be? My son told me we're gonna live and breathe. He's gonna live and breathe Elden Ring for the next whatever time and not to bother him. So I figured you were gonna do the same. You were gonna live and breathe Elden Ring for a while and I couldn't bother you. Because I'm still like well stuck in this game. No doubt about it. I don't know if I got like only one. I was able to guard it though. All right, this should be good. I typically get this for. I get 6 actually. So right now I'm still trying to get through 3 houses. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by I'm trying to get through 3 houses? In like in a different game? Are you talking about Elden Ring? A Fire Emblem. Okay. I literally forgot about Professor Frankly. So I gotta go and see Professor Frankly. Aha, aka what you called me out for playing earlier. Aha, I just knew you were playing the Switch. I didn't know what you were playing. I just knew it was the Switch. I was like, I couldn't see. How are you liking Fire Emblem? How is that going for you? Oh, I could. You could stalk me and see what I'm playing. I could do that. It's decent, but not exactly what you expected. So you have never played. Have you played the other ones? I'm trying. Okay, I feel like if I like going and spying on you. Hey, Randy. Let's try this one more time. Hi, Randy Hathaway. How are you doing? And Chooch, I would never spy on you like manually in front of your face. I would not, well, I wouldn't like physically go and do something like that. And I wouldn't do it in front of everyone else in the world. I only mentioned I just saw you online. Yeah, that's right. You had, man. So how's that? How is that? It's the first Fire Emblem game. I knew it was tactics, but it's different from the other stuff. Got you. So I would think Fire Emblem, and now you can always stalk. I was thinking like the first Fire Emblem to be more like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy. Am I wrong? And how is the healing process going for you, Randy Hathaway? You had like this massive leg surgery, if I remember correct. And hopefully that healing is better. Yeah, it's going okay. Oh, excuse me. Well, that's good to hear. You snapped your fibula and tibia in half and had to have metal rods put in. Yikes. Sounds awful. Sounds like you've been through a lot. You've had your share. I'd say, hey, whoever's the thing in the universe that makes the decisions and stuff like that, my community has had enough, all right? And they're all facing challenges of some sort. And it would be really nice if we got some good news coming in for people, But it is a slow process, and you got to take it slow and trust the process that's going to work. Do you do like occupational therapy and stuff like that, or physical therapy? And for sure, I'll have some good news soon. Are you still dating the most amazing girl, or the most amazing girl in the world? Do you remember that when you told me you're going to be on the date with the most amazing girl in the world? And I said, "Aw, thank you." So you're headed for physical therapy in a couple weeks. Okay. See, I remember that you said you were dating, that you were going on a date with the most amazing girl in the world. And I said, what, second only to me? No, she's the best. Nice. That is so awesome to hear. Because in a time like this, when you need someone the most to be supportive, to hold your hand, to, you know it. You know it, Mel. I know it because I'm married to the most amazing man in the world. Patient, kind, loving. Yes, we have our stuff. Don't get us wrong. But overall, he's my best friend. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So where can AC White Raven find? You have to do 1-800 Amazing Girl. It took Randy 44 years, AC White Raven. How long is it going to take you? You have to, like I said, you have to dial up that 1-800 Amazing Girl phone number. It'll be even more for you because, aww, yeah. All kidding aside. So, but it is nice, right? When you think about all the worst things that could be. Having someone to love or having a pet to love, Jesse counts, AC White Raven, it makes all the difference in the world. I can face anything as long as I have my four-legged buddies. And of course, as I said before, I feel like I'm married to the most amazing man. So, the amazing man and the amazing girl are taken. So now it's got to be the subpar girl, AC White Raven. And for all you women, it's got to be the subpar man. Because I already got him and Randy Hathaway's got the other one. So it's all set. They broke the mold. And there's no more left. Anyway, let's talk to Professor Frankly, all right? Send a good one, AC's way. Don't be so selfish, Mel. All right, AC, if I could go, bing, you would have an amazing girl. You never know. All kidding aside, you would never know